Florida's first news on News Radio 610 WIOD. I'm Andrew Colton, live now to Scott Powell. He is spokesperson for Guardians of American History. I love the name, Scott, if nothing else. And I appreciate you being with us this morning. So I understand, and just explain a little bit, your organization is all about preserving and saving monuments. Is that right?
That's correct. Yep.
So,
the Guardians of America, has actually compiled a study for the Florida legislature last session that showed that since 2015, 16 significant historic monuments, memorials have been taken down, removed.
So
16.
You were hoping for the, I guess during the session, which ended now several weeks ago, for there to be legislation that would have protected monuments and statues and memorials and what you will. That didn't happen, right?
Didn't happen. Yeah, they failed again for the 8th year to take care of the unfinished business of protecting veteran and other historic memorials and monuments in the state. And it's, DeSantis has done a great job, but for all the good he's done, he's been really disappointing on this. The Secretary of State didn't even participate in the consultation about the most important memorial removal. That was the Reconciliation Monument in Arlington Cemetery. One of the greatest monuments in America was removed only a few months ago, and our Attorney General didn't even participate in it. So people are not aware that our country is under attack on the historic level, because if you can destroy a nation's history, you make it more vulnerable to a total transformation, and that's what we're really up against.
Scott, I hate to make all things political, but certainly this does seem to be one of those that fits into the political spectrum, which is, to your point about Governor DeSantis and certainly others, this seems to be one of those things where if any political, I want to be careful how I say this. If any part of the political spectrum is going to be supportive of not touching monuments, it's going to be conservative and probably the right side of the, those who consider themselves to be conservative. Certainly Ron DeSantis fits into that category. So why would you think that the governor is not supportive of your efforts and not supportive of trying to protect
I wouldn't
these?
say he's not supportive. His attention, of course, when he ran for the presidency, he sort of neglected Florida in general.
That is a true statement. No one would disagree with that.
Yes. So I'm not saying he's not supportive, but we need to get his attention on it. And I think that all your listeners can really, the action item here is that there is this war raging in Florida, and Floridians need to let their voice be heard. So they can go to the historyguardians.com, www.historyguardians.com, and sign the petition to support monument preservation, and call state representatives, state senators, and tell them that you expect them to sponsor and pass legislation this next session to protect and preserve Florida history.
Scott, I've got just about a minute left, but I want to ask, are there monuments in Florida on a list right now that you are concerned could not make it to, this time next year when session would be over for the new year?
You never know. Yes. I mean, we thought that the great Jacksonville monument that was on the list last year would have been preserved, but it was taken down only a few months ago. And that was that was against the will of the people. They couldn't take the monument down using public funds, and so they maneuvered to get funds from a foundation, the DuPont Foundation. Most of these foundations, by the way, are very left wing, and there's endless resources to destroy America, it seems, from private sources now. So we have to take a stand as people. We're the people, and we have to push back and let our voices be heard.
Scott, I appreciate it. One more time, give us that website.
That is www.historyguardians.com.
All right.
And you can get a lot of information there. So, because we only had a few minutes here, and
but
go on that site.
It's all there, and I think a lot of people appreciate what you are thinking and what you're doing. Scott, I appreciate it. We'll talk to you again. No doubt. Scott Powell, spokesperson for Guardians of American History, joining us this morning.